Hello friends, this is Dr.S.Meenakshi addressing you all. Contractual Assistant Professor, Department of English, Jamshedpur Workers College, Kulhan University, Chaibasa. My next lecture is on Emily Bronte's novel entitled Wuthering Heights. The next topic is about Catharine Earnshaw as the elemental force of nature. Wuthering Heights, as we all know, is the most famous novel written by Emily Bronte, and this novel is prescribed in the syllabus of semester 5, CC 12. So let's begin. Catharine Earnshaw is eternally central to the design of Wuthering Heights. She is as tempestuous and passionate as Heathcliff, the hero of the novel. Heathcliff's passionate and ferocious nature finds its complement in Earnshaw's daughter. She reciprocates his love for her with the full force of her existence. Like unites with like Heathcliff and Catherine are affinities. However, Catherine's character has weak points as well. She may be bold and daring with a capacity for strong and ardent attachments. Yet she is proud and overbearing, a person of defective judgment. Her strength and weaknesses only make her real and credible. She is as real as any personage in fiction, though she has nothing to do with sociology or psychology. She is always determined by spiritual values embodied in her character. She is not less real than a character of Jane Austen or George Eliot. She is real in a unique way. And we are charmed by her personality. Heathcliff lives and dies for her. Nellie Dean, her nurse, bold and confident, describes her girlhood, saying her spirits were always at high water mark, her tongue always going singing, laughing, and plying everybody who wouldn't do the same. A wild, wicked slip she was, and the lightest foot in the parish. Hindley Earnshaw, her brother, exclaimed to see her back from 5 weeks' stay at the Grange. Why, Cathy, you are quite a beauty. A child of raw freshness, Cathy was an uncommon flower blooming on the dreary moor. A special trait of Cathy's personality in her awareness of her own elements. With her inborn inclination for affectionate relationship, she develops the tenderest ties with the gypsy wave of unknown parentage. The attachment became all the more pronounced when Heathcliff and she became the target of Hindley's shabby treatment. She revolts against the tyrant along with her boyfriend. She enjoys long walks with him in the heaths and is chastised for neglecting her studies. Nothing can save her separation from him, which is perhaps the greatest punishment to her. She lives and breathes with Heathcliff. In fact, even she says, I am Heathcliff. Both of them are of one piece, energetic and impetuous. And yet, Cathy commits self deception. In spite of her deep infatuation for the lad, she deceives herself in believing that by marrying Edgar Linton, she would benefit both herself and her lover. We think that she was tempted to marry him to have status and social life, her pride also playing a part. Nellie told her about her wrong judgment, but she thought that it would not degrade me to marry Heathcliff now. Her betrayal of love storms the dynamic principle in Heathcliff and is responsible for converting it into a power of destruction. She is not less responsible for the tragedy of Heathcliff. When she marries Edgar, storm and calm are mismated and disaster follows. The wages of sins are sufferings. Naturally, Kathy has to endure sufferings for the rest of her life. Catherine is rather an uncompromising personage, her passion weakening her prudence. In the end, when Heathcliff makes her realize her folly, she begs pardon. She is unhappy till she rejoins her counterpart as a spirit. She also causes her husband to suffer. When Heathcliff returns after 3 years, she doesn't return to Prudence for a second time. She receives him in her house with a world of delight. She tells her husband, I know you did not like him, yet for my sake you must be friends now. She flaunts his wishes and makes him suffer. She runs down to secure her guest, and her joy is too great to be real. In spite of all this, it is useless to pass a moral judgment on Cathy's character. She is, in the final analysis, a personification of Heathcliff, the elemental force of nature that storms and is spared in Emily Bronte's own being. So, here I end my lecture on this very topic. Thank you.